all new year, which means all new matchups to get you hyped up for the UFC. Tune into the fights this weekend, and don't forget, get in on all the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They're offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. So don't wait. Download the DraftKings app right now. Sign up using the code SONNEN. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets for DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered with live markets, like fight to go the distance, which makes watching the action that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy with a shot at even bigger prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use my promo code SONNEN. Get $200 in bonus bets for any $5 wager. That's promo code SONNEN, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Jamal and Yuri don't go the distance. They don't go the distance. I don't love the idea, okay, that Jamal is fully focused on Alex Pereira. For some guys to keep their eye off the ball, it serves them well. And Jamal has gone out of his way to build something against Alex Pereira, but you don't know what Yuri you're going to fight. You've got to control that space with Yuri. This is one thing that Pereira does so well, but you got to get into that danger zone. You got to cut him off. If he moves, you've got to move with him. You've got to stay in a very specific range. Because the problem you have with Yuri, you're not fighting an orthodox. You're not fighting a southpaw. You're not fighting a boxer, and you're not fighting a karate guy. You're fighting all of those damn things. That's the problem. History says, and it's truer in boxing than it is MMA, but it's very true in both. History says when a guy gets knocked out, things get weird. Okay? When a guy gets knocked out, he's never the same. You've heard that. That's accurate in boxing. It has a level of accuracy in MMA. But guys, why do I bring that to you? Because Jamal, for this first time ever, got knocked out in his last fight. Yuri got knocked out in his last fight. It's a big deal and nobody's talking about it. And I do expect it to affect both guys. Yeah, it does. How will it affect them? Generally what happens is people will tell you there's a science behind your chin, and that once it gets tested, it's now tender and it can't take the same shot. Some people will go as far scientifically in physiology to tell you that you've got a nerve right here, and that if you can knock someone's jaw into this part and the nerves, that it makes you fall asleep. And that the space and gap right here, once it gets hit, swells just a little bit. So now you don't have to be hit as hard for those two parts of your body to touch, and to make you fall asleep. Fine. I wouldn't know if any of that's true. I really don't know. What I can tell you is when you get knocked out, you now know that you can get knocked out. But before you can be knocked out, you must expose yourself. Now your opponent's going to try to set you up. He might hit you in the body to get you to bring your hands down. He might loop his arm this way before he brings it straight, right? I mean, this is a game of trying to trick the guy to get an opportunity to land a shot that can even knock him out. But one thing that will always expose you is when you're trying to attack. Right, my hands are my first line of defense. So if I'm attacking, my hands aren't here. So what ends up happening is guys offensively stop throwing as much. They start covering more. They start being more defensive because they don't want to open any opportunity. Again, I'm talking about guys in their last fight who get knocked out. And it's what leads them to get knocked out again, in my opinion, is the volume. Got other people that'll tell you about the science. Either way, Yuri versus Jamal. These are two monsters. They're number 2 against number 3 in the world. These are 2 former world champions. I mean, a super fight gets defined in our sport as champion versus champion. It's the next best thing. It's the former world champion versus the former world champion. Interesting fight. You want to know in any bet of the night, bet that to not go. Chael's opinion. When I look at the best action I'm seeing at DraftKings, that fight does not go 15 minutes.